the 2020 Cassirer Welz Award winner, Levy Pooe. The Cassirer Welz Award is an award sponsored by Strauss and Company that entails 10 weeks at the Black Factory Artist Studios, and at the end of the residency there's a solo exhibition by the artist.
So Levi, tell us a bit about you and your art journey so far.
Yeah, I'm an artist from the northwest, Rustenburg, a small village called Rankelenyani. The first exposure to the visual arts was through my brother, who would take me to all these places like Jag and all these gallery spaces in the city. And yeah, I think that's where I was first exposed to the medium of expression of painting, and from there I just took it further and further until now. Yeah.
So being the 2020 Cassirer Welz Award winner, that gave you a 10-week residency here at the Bag Factory, and you have a solo show coming up.
Yes.
So what's your experience been like being here at the Bag Factory? How have you enjoyed it? What's it been like?
The Bag Factory, first and foremost, I think, is that space which has a sense of community, a sense of warmth. So when I first arrived, it wasn't I had to adjust, or I had to, because I was welcomed with warmth and open hands. And artists like Rapet, artists like Specs, who also exist in the space and advise and mentor, So it's been quite a beautiful experience so far, yeah.
The title of your show is Mphe Lapisa. So tell us a bit more about your title and what does it mean?
Mphe Lapisa is based on a Setswana idiom, which in full is Mphe Lapisa motho kgona sa gago, which loosely translates to the act of asking is tiring. It is better to have your own. So, it was sparked, I guess, by personal experience, days as a student, how, we ask for fees to fall, how we constantly ask for accommodation, that sense of asking, and of course other means or other ways of asking. So I think that's where it came from, and as well as looking at the elders, artists who came before, and how they dealt with that sort of time, and how they dealt with navigating the city in that time, and all these issues that they faced, and how that still exists now, and how things have changed but how things haven't changed. So the exhibition is basically about the act of asking.
Okay, and what's interesting for me is that even leaving varsity after asking for fees, you sort of, as you said, it's better to have your own. You sort of went on your own and made things happen, and now you're the Cassirer Welz Award winner. Yeah.
Yes. So the paintings like Kopong Fage VIP, which speaks to, we're youth.
Yes.
We party.
Yeah.
Specs.
Sometimes you don't have enough to get or sometimes your age doesn't allow. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So what does it mean to enter the VIP, or in contrast with the general sort of access, the ways in which we find ourselves, situations in which we find ourselves at, whatever sort of parties we go to as youth.
And looking at this painting, I see an act of asking God.
Yes.
So I sort of pick up other ways of asking, and in this painting, I don't know if I'm correct, but it's a sort of an act of asking God, and which is another way of asking.
Yes. So prayer, the prayer is basically that, how we, we pray for different reasons. We pray for protection, we pray for success, we pray for, all these things. And that's also this sort of but it's not always easy, because sometimes prayers are delayed in terms of how they are answered, So that constant praying and patience and perseverance is really what I was looking at in this piece, Yeah. But also other works like it's a NE 350, which speaks to the unemployment grant, and really how the situation is, when you pass the post office.
Okay.
It's this really, really
long line,
So there's a lot of congestion in the painting. The same way there's a lot of congestion in Mphe VIP. And there are more relaxed paintings like Basking in the City. These musicians also ask to be heard, as much as they were asking for whatever you have in terms of donation, but they're also asking to be heard because they're also artists at the end of the day, So really looking at that, and that's sort of what the exhibition speaks to. Luckily enough, I was mentored by him. The late Ntate David Kolwane, a lot of the Mphe, Gerard, Sekoto, George Pemba, a lot of people who were dealing with the everyday quotidian scenes. That's the sort of genre I was drawn to.
I see a lot of
Peter Clarke.
Peter Clarke.
Yeah,
I see a lot from like Gerard, Sekoto in your work.
Yes.
Okay, so going forward after the show, the solo exhibition that you're gonna have, do you have any plans after that?
I would say my current plans are for the exhibition to open and for the exhibition to happen, and to see where that leads in terms of the future. I like to take things one step at a time instead of sort of bombarding myself with ideas of the future. So, how things can also change your direction and just unfold naturally.
Yeah, we also saw with 2020, things didn't go according to our plans. So
exactly. And 2021.
And 2021.
Yeah.
So I like that.
Yes.
So obviously being the 2020 Cassirer Welz Award winner, we're going to soon open entries for 2021. And what advice would you give to young artists who are thinking of applying?
You should be ready spiritually, mentally, physically. 10 weeks it's not really that long, especially in preparation for a solo exhibition. It's a lot of work, especially since it also goes through the festive season. So you should also be ready to sacrifice that, and but if you feel it's time, it's time.
We're lucky enough to have a bit of a sneak peek of what's to come in your exhibition, which I must say is looking very exciting. And your exhibition's set to open on the 20th of Feb, right here at the Bag Factory in Johannesburg.
And I hope a lot of people come to see what you were talking about, because it's really interesting.
Thank you so much.
Thanks. To follow more of Levi's art journey, you can follow him on social media, as well as Strauss on all of our social media platforms. All our handles will be in the bio below.